Most cold emails fail before they even launch, and it isn't because the offer is bad, it's because of leaky operations. I've been in the cold email game for over 5 years, managing high volume outbound B2B. Today I'm going to give you the 5 most technical and strategic moves that separate the 1% of senders from the spammers. If you want to stop landing in spam and start booking meetings, do these 5 things. Let's jump into it. Number 1. Clean up your lead lists. Most of you are scraping from Apollo or exporting a list from Zoom or wherever else, and you're immediately then taking that list and dumping it right into your email campaign. This is not what you want to do. This is the lead list I just exported from Zoom Info. All these are qualified companies that I could potentially reach out to, but these leads are not ready to be sent emails yet. Most email campaigns at least reference the first name and the company name. And when you're pulling from these scrapers and these data providers, the company name listed and the first name listed is not in a professional correct format. As you can see right here, I would say hi first name, and in the case of Elise, it's a lowercase e right there. We need to change that to capital E-L-I-C-E. We need to also make sure that there's no middle initials that are popping up. You can sometimes see, look at this right here. First name B, last name Sims. I would go and look up this person, try to figure out what their first name is. I can almost guarantee that they go by Wayne. So I'm going to do that for here. But you need to make sure that you're not saying hi B, because that's what would happen if you just dump this lead list directly into your campaign. In terms of the company name, let's scroll through and see what an example would look like of a company name that you would not just want to dump into your campaign when referencing company name as an actual variable inside of the content of the email. These all look pretty good. Sometimes you'll find that the company names are in all capitals when they're not supposed to be. You want to put it in starter case instead. You'll see stuff like Inc. You can usually remove Inc. at the end. So in this case right here, JFCS, I don't really think their company name is supposed to look like that. I would assume that it should be all capitals. Let's go check their website. And yeah, it should be in all capitals. And if we were to reference exactly this in an email, it would look very unprofessional and you definitely wouldn't get replies. This sort of data cleanup takes a lot of time and people don't want to put in that time. So by cleaning up your lead list, you are definitely increasing the likelihood of someone responding to you. The next thing you must do is verify your emails. Many of the email addresses that you retrieve from these data providers actually give you emails that are invalid, or maybe the person doesn't work there anymore. You want to make sure that every person you're reaching out to and sending an email to will actually be able to receive that email. And when you're continuously sending emails to invalid emails or catch-all emails, your reputation is going to be taking a hit from those email providers like Google or Microsoft. Catch-all is a server setting where the company says, we'll accept any mail here, even if the person doesn't work here anymore. There are many email verifiers out there. One that I use is NeverBounce. Essentially, once I'm done cleaning up a lead list, I'll just go ahead and dump it in here. And NeverBounce, which is partnered with Zoom Info or is a sister company, the system will automatically verify the email addresses. I'll go show you what some of the past runs have looked like. As you can see here, I put in 1,500 emails. Only 80% were valid. The rest were accept all, unknown, or invalid. I only send emails to the valid email addresses. When I'm sending out the emails, I want to make sure that everyone I'm sending an email to has a valid email address. If not, I run the risk of my emails bouncing and my domain reputation taking a hit. These verifiers are not 100% accurate. I still get a couple bounces here and there. Another popular verifier nowadays is SmartLead's verifier. We just released this 4 or 5 months back, but when you upload a list to SmartLead, you're actually given the option to verify all those email addresses. It's an extra charge, so I have free access to NeverBounce. That's why I use it. Otherwise, I would be using SmartLeads. Number 3, you're reaching out to the wrong contact level. If I want to sell a massive company, let's say thousands of employees, hundreds of millions in revenue, I would not want to be cold emailing the president of the company. There's no way that they would answer. You want to go the level down. You're looking at the VPs, and if you're reaching out to a smaller company, you want to be reaching out to the higher level individuals. If it's a company less than 50 employees, you don't want to be reaching out to the director of operations. They're not the correct decision maker. You want to be reaching out to the owner, CEO, or president. So you need to make sure that you're reaching the right contact level depending on the size of the company that you're reaching out to. If you're finding value in this breakdown, hit the subscribe button and like this video. I post zero fluff tutorials on automations, cold email, make.com, AI, and more. Let's continue on to the video. The 4th thing you need to do is respond back to your replies as fast as possible. If you sent out a cold email and the person gets back to you, if you are able to respond within minutes, your chances of getting a response back or booking a meeting is significantly higher when the person has you at the top of their mind. If you wait a couple hours, if you wait until the next day, you might have lost that lead. They might never respond back. You might get lost in their inbox again. You need to get back into their inbox right away while they still have you fresh on their mind. Speed to lead. Number 5. The 5th thing you want to do is incorporate Spintax into your email body. What is Spintax? Spintax is what you see here. For example, the easiest example to use is the hey, hi. So in some of my emails, the recipient will receive hey. Other emails, the recipient will receive hi. So it rotates between these two words here, and you can see it being used throughout the body of the email. What this does is it changes up the content of the emails. When you do this, you create a unique digital footprint for each of the emails, making it harder for the email providers to pick up that you're reaching out to thousands of people, which they do not want you to do. There are hundreds of combinations of these Spintax just inside of this email that could potentially be sent to a lead. This makes it much harder to be flagged by spam servers. Versus if I sent the same exact email to 1,000 people, that could definitely be picked up by the email providers, and you are much more likely to be flagged as spam, and there goes the reputation of your domains. If you do these 5 things, you are certainly going to up your email game. Your domains and inboxes are going to be in better standing, you're going to get better replies, and you're going to be booking more meetings, increasing revenue and business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.